I was inspired to try blended learning in my creative writing class. My goal was to have students communicate and collaborate through digital means by reading a text together and helping each other gain a deeper understanding of it. This mini-unit was part of a pre-writing activity in preparation for composing an original piece of the same genre. I wanted my students to be able to experience a text in a multi-dimensional way while working together using available technology to enrich the learning experience. My hope was that students would take ownership of the learning process, approach the task with a sense of individual creativity, build relationships in their small groups, and master the concepts of the writing unit. Most of the time, my classroom is set up in a circle with students using the available desktops and laptops as learning tools. This year, I am fortunate to also have access to a class set of iPads that I share with my colleagues in the English department. In the past, I have taught literature circles as a pen and paper activity and decided that with a bit of modification, I might be able to transform it into an effective blended learning unit. In each literature circle, students take on roles as masters of vocabulary, research, literary techniques, and textual analysis. Students read the text with their role in mind and present their expertise in their small groups with the outcome of deeper understanding of the text for all members. I was able to deepen this learning experience by providing the students with iPads that enabled them to use various applications and internet resources to conduct more in-depth research and create more dynamic presentations of their materials in less time than it took when I did this as a pen and paper activity. The vocabulary masters were able to transform index flashcards to multimedia slideshows in which the word, its definition, an image, and the student's recorded voice reading the word used in context were combined to present a more complete definition of new words from the literature. Similarly, the research masters replaced internet printouts with dynamic web pages that provided the viewers with images, videos, hyperlinks, and audio files that provided the necessary context to understand allusions, cultural references, and historic citations mentioned in the literature. This blended learning activity was very successful. Students were able to work at their own pace, produce content that was instructive and individualized, and they practiced a number of skills necessary for quality group work. Each student made decisions about how to conduct effective research, what applications to use to produce their teaching materials, and even how they approached reading the model text. Some groups made use of Edmodo to discuss the reading at home. Other groups worked together sharing multiple devices, suggesting apps, and combining ideas to create more cohesive group web pages. And I had time to work with smaller subgroups to help them understand the finer points of their chosen text, as well as the requirements of their particular role in the literature circle. My students provided very positive feedback about this activity. They only wished they had more time to perfect their group web pages. In the future, I plan to try more of the strategies of blended learning, in particular playlists and stations, so that I may have more opportunities to meet with small groups of students and increase their individual levels of mastery.